This weekend, my son and I are stepping foot into a place that we've never been. A place that used to be the floor of an ancient super lake. Now it's cracked, cold, and probably a little bit wet from a recent winter storm. I have no idea what the conditions are that we're about to step into, but that's exactly why we're going. And the second we hit the lake bed, everything changed. Honestly, I don't even know if we're gonna make it all the way out there. But before we set up camp tonight, I wanna show my son what the floor of an ancient super lake looks like. But it rained here a couple weeks ago and it's still kind of wet. The ground around us is a little soft. We're gonna try to push forward a little bit more and see what we can get. This trip isn't about how far we go. It's about slowing down long enough to notice where we are and who we're with. Out here, time stretches. Conversations last longer. When you look at those mountains on the horizon, it's wild to think that they once sat beneath hundreds of feet of water. Standing here with my son, it reminded me, the world is bigger than our routines, and moments like this don't come back. So kind of a total bummer. We stopped right here to check a couple things out before we went deeper into the playa and went to grab something out of the back of my Jeep, and check this out. The hinge totally broke. Literally hours away from anything, and the hinge on the back of my Jeep breaks. So I'm going to try to strap this thing up to the side of the Jeep and see how it does, see if it holds up for us. So we'll see if that's going to hold. When I get to camp, I'll dial in something a little better, hopefully hold it up a little better. But we're going to head out there for now and see what we can find. The deeper we drove, the more the ground started to change. What looked solid wasn't. Every tire rotation felt heavier. The surface stayed calm, but underneath it was soft, sticky, and unforgiving. This is the thing about the lake bed. It doesn't warn you. One wrong move, adventure turns into recovery real fast. I think it's safe to say we're not getting on the playa today. It's been dry for a couple weeks, but this winter, it's really holding the water. I was kind of worried about this coming out here. That's kind of why we did. We wanted to see what we could find, but the vastness out here is unbelievable. The silence is unbelievable. I mean, the things that you can hear, this earth just soaks up all the noise and there's nothing to echo off of. We're gonna head back towards the old shoreline where the ground is a little more sure and try to find a place to camp, but I do want to check out a couple other things along the way, so come along. On our way in, we saw these big tracks, and we actually got lucky and saw a big old train coming down. So kind of cool to cross them right here and head to where we're going. So I thought this spot had potential, but it's actually pretty hilly here. Not as flat as I'd hoped. The other side of the mountain that I was shooting for, couldn't even get to. There's a fence over there. So we're gonna keep looking, and we're gonna get a spot locked down here. We got a little bit of time before it gets dark. All right, I think we found the perfect spot. We even got a little fire ring already, which is great. Tucked in here from the elements. I'm gonna get the Jeep pulled in and get everything set up. Once the Jeep's parked and camp comes out, the world gets smaller. Hands move slower. You start thinking ahead to warmth, to food, to sleep. Out here, preparation isn't optional, especially when you've got your kid counting on you. As the temperature drops, everything feels quieter. The kind of quiet that makes you listen more. We climb into the tent knowing tonight will be long, but this is the good part. Golden hour hits different out here. The lake bed glows, the sky softens. It's easy to imagine water stretching all the way to the horizon again. This place doesn't feel empty. It feels patient, like it's been waiting. As night settles in, the world feels smaller and more real. We didn't reach the destination I had pictured, but we showed up, adapted, and shared something that can't be measured in miles. Out here, success isn't distance, it's being present, and that's enough. So we definitely didn't make it as far into the lake bed as we'd hoped, but that's what happens during winter, and it's all good. Journeys like this, they aren't about the perfect conditions, they're about showing up, being with your kids, and getting out there and doing something cool. And at the end of the day, I still think this is a story worth telling. So for the rest of tonight, we're gonna finish getting camp set up, we're gonna enjoy some time by the fire, we're gonna have some dinner, and really spend some good father-son time together. When the sun goes down, that's where the magic really happens. The stars out here are unbelievable. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, because that is a story for another day.